just not sustainable. France, they change prime ministers more than Kardashians change lovers. Hello everyone, I begin this with some very worrying stats. You see, 15 to 17 million working Americans actually live in households that depend on SNAP benefits monthly. As of 2024, 41.7 million Americans received SNAP benefits, aka food stamps, on a monthly basis. As of 2024, the same year, the government expenditure on SNAP benefits were about $100 billion for 2024. Make matters worse, 1 out of 3 Americans actually rely on some form of government welfare. To make matters even worse, the welfare expenditure of 2024 actually exceeded $1 trillion. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, whether you're American or you're not American, whether you live in America or you don't live in America, as long as you live in a country where people rely on a welfare system, guess what? This should actually worry you, and we need to talk about it. Now, if there's anything the shutdown actually exposed, is 2 things that it actually exposed. First and foremost, most welfare programs around the world are unsustainable. Number 2, welfare programs are actually engineered to control and use you as leverage. Yes, I said it. How is it unsustainable? Now, here's a great way to actually explain this. Now, imagine you want to get from island A to island B. There's a bridge connecting you between island A to island B. Now, the thing with bridges, they are built for movement, not for stagnation, not to park. They're built for free flow. They have a maximum load. Now imagine on the bridge, people down decide to turn into the car park. They park their cars, they park their lorries, they park their trucks on top of it. No one is moving. People are comfortable on the bridge. The owners of the bridge now decide, okay, rather than telling people to get off and move on, they decide to get more money and spend more resources to actually keep that bridge, standing and have it not collapse. Question is, where do they get that money from? And there's the problem with sustaining welfare. Because to sustain welfare, governments need to increase taxes or borrow, which in the long term is not sustainable. When it comes to control, now imagine you're in a building, you're at the ground floor, the building is about 100 floors high, and you want to get to the 50th floor. Let's say ground floor is lower income. I don't want to use I don't even want to use poverty, but let's say low income. You want to get to the middle class, 100th floor being the upper class. Now, obviously, you're thinking staircase, hard to climb, very difficult. But hey, guess what? There's a lift, or an elevator. Someone decides, someone's controlling it, and you say, hop on. Now, while you're in that elevator, the person starts to tell you, for each level I take you to, I want you to do X, Y, Z. For each level, the tasks increase. You can't get off the elevator for 2 reasons. Number 1, you feel comfortable in it. Number 2, the fear of how hard it's going to be to climb the staircase to get to the 50th floor. And that is how you get controlled by welfare. This is what they don't tell you. It is intentionally controlled because at the end of the day, the solutions are quite simple. First and foremost, governments, or should I say those in power, need to let you know the truth. Because here's the thing: welfare is not a bed, it's a ladder. It's not a car park, it's a bridge. It's meant to take you from lower income, from the lower class to the middle class, or even eventually to the upper class. But when it's then used as a bed, then you have a problem. So what they need to do, first and foremost, it needs to be used as a temporary program to take you to the middle class. They need to have programs whereby they empower you over a period of time. They subsidize your expenses over a period of time, so in order to have you earn money through a well-paying job. Which brings me to number 2. Politicians, those in government, they need to force companies and individuals to start paying their staff a livable wage. A livable wage that can eventually lead to you finally gaining your financial independence from the government. If not, you will remain on welfare. Why? Because that whatever wage they're paying you really just doesn't handle your expenses. Speaking about expenses, which brings me to number 3. The government, politicians, those in power, they need to rein in these corporations that are making ridiculous amounts of money off the needs and necessities of citizens. I'm talking housing costs. I'm talking the cost of the food supply chain. I'm talking healthcare, for instance. A bag of saving that costs about between $5 to $7 to produce should not be charged at $70. That is no longer profit taking. That is exploitation. Some people will say that this particular solution is anti-capitalist. The truth is, it is actually anti-exploitation. And 4th, and most important of all, it's high time the lawmakers start being accountable and start showing some sort of transparency when it comes to their policies. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it needs to be done. But all things said and done, the ultimate solution for all this is actually people finally gaining financial independence from the government. Because here's the thing: a government that controls your survival, a government that pays you to survive, politicians who pay you to survive will control you. Because the truth is, as human beings, we are built to, survival is our number one priority. The truth is, most of these guys, they're not going to let you go. They're not going to save you. No politician, I'm sorry to say, any politician that comes in to say, oh, I'm going to make housing free and no, they're not. The system is not going to save you. Who's going to save you? You the people, you the citizens, you're the ones who are actually going to be able to save yourselves. So to save yourselves, you're going to have to start to build a system that gradually moves people out of welfare into independence, and finally have them in a situation whereby they don't get controlled anymore, and they don't have to be dependent on a system or a bridge that is already creaking and collapsing. Because whether you like it or not, it is. That is why France changed, they changed prime ministers more than Kardashians changed lovers. You've got UK scrambling around taxing the rich, the wealthy for a welfare program that is being susceptible to fraud. 14 billion pounds or so lost to fraud. It's just not sustainable. I hope this helps, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and please do not forget to like and share this video. But coming to think about it, what does this say? What does this say about the politicians, about people in government who create these welfare programs, these programs in order to keep you hooked on it, with no plan to actually make you independent, with absolutely no plan to actually have you be able to stand on your 2 feet? What does this say about them? What does it say about these leaders who create all these systems to force you into these programs? What does it say about them? Are they good people? Do they actually mean well for you? Do they really and truly have your interests? Because the truth is, there's that old saying, I don't know if you heard about it: give me a fish and you fed me. But give me a boat, give me a net, and teach me how to fish, then you've empowered me and you fed generations after me. They know if they're the ones giving you the fish, then they control you. They can leverage you. But should they teach you how to fish? Should they give you a boat, a net? Should they empower you? Then you're independent. And an independent-minded person, someone who's financially independent, usually becomes independent-minded, and an independent-minded person cannot be controlled. So what does it say about them? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.